Good morning, welcome. If you've just joined us, where you've been, you're missing the best show ever. Why? Because joining us this morning are two incredible human beings and they've brought some friends. So we've got Charles Gray, fundraising manager for the unbelievable Peninsula School Feeding Association. We know about them on our show and the incredible work they do. And then the wonderful Alana English, an internationally renowned opera and musical singer from Cape Town. She is here to show her musical chops, but also the size of her heart. And they are thrilled to announce that they will be hosting a Heroes Gala concert in aid of the Peninsula School Feeding Association. And they now join us to tell us how we can get involved. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Graham.
Thank you for the most interesting sound check. To walk into a studio when your ears haven't heard anything yet for the day, to get that was magical. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Charles, thank you for doing the work you do every day, because it is a cause unlike any other. Tell us a little bit more about your amazing, I don't want to say organization, it's a movement. There is something very much bigger happening around what you're doing. Fill us in.
Well, 65 years ago, the government at the time stopped school feeding. And the Rotary Club stepped in and established the Peninsula School Feeding Association on the 10th of March, 1958.
Wow.
Our job is to make sure children receive daily meals, a daily breakfast and daily lunch. We've been, for the past 65 years, we've served over 2 billion meals to hungry school children in the Western Cape. Yep. Not only do we provide the kids with meals, Graham, we also provide every school that joins our feeding program with all the equipment that's required. We provide the ingredients, so the equipment makes, they can provide cooking gas, stoves, plates and spoons so the children can eat in dignity. We've also supplied kitchens to schools, over 131 kitchens, facilities. But we haven't been able to do this sort of work without the support of our donors, being corporates, trusts, foundations, and individuals, generous people that have helped us along the way. And also privileged schools get involved. Yeah. And then another very important thing is events. We have our Blisters for Bread event every year in August. And now we have this wonderful event called the Heroes Gala concert. And we're so excited to be here to promote this event. And it's so wonderful to have Lana here today, who's actually the reason why this event's taking place on our behalf to raise funds.
It's all come together beautifully. I'm just thinking of all the corporates turning and running when they see you coming, Charles. Like, oh, God, he's coming, dude, no. But you are obviously very good at what you do. I know what it takes to drum up sponsorship in that space, and it's not easy. You need the Lanas of the world to step in and add a bit of gravitas. Yeah. So what was the motivation for you to get involved? I know it's on paper, we can all understand, but this speaks to a deeper emotional connection. What's that for you?
So, for me, Graham, I was not fortunate to have kids in my life. And I should say thank you to the
It all balances out in the great equation of life. Yeah.
So I was not fortunate, but, with what I do, I can do something for kids. And previously, years ago, we used to do Toys for Joy, a gift of song, where with our voices, we could raise money and Christmas time buy tons of gifts. ShopRite used to have a line that went on forever of trolleys of gifts that we could give. And since I'm back in Cape Town, because I've been working overseas, and since I'm back in Cape Town, I decided, I need to start doing this again. And then I met up with Charles, myself and Nawal, Hawa, who's my manager. And we met with Charles and said, can we do something for you? We'd like to do a performance or anything just to make awareness, raise awareness, and to raise funds. And we came up 2 months ago, we came up with this idea. And the name Heroes came because not only for the people that, for the heroes like Charles, that run the organization.
Do this every day, unrequited,
Yeah, but all those volunteers behind the scenes, the extraordinary individuals who we don't get to see, who don't see, puts in the work to feed these kids.
And they do it without a need for validation. They do it without a need for financial enrichment. There are so many points. I've got to ask, Lana, when you do something like this, because your kind of music is a different kind of performance. I don't know what you have to plug into to summon that kind of level of performance. There's a lot of emotion. When you're performing that kind of music in this setting, with this kind of emotional backing, how wonderful do you think this is going to be when you know why you are singing and doing what you're doing with your friends as well?
Yes. Now, there's so much. Our singing is about emotion. It's about heart. And I was always told, when you sing, sing from your heart, it will go to hearts. And I can say that for every performer that's joined me. For instance, the orchestra that will be joining us, it's a community-based orchestra. Those people train and take young people off the streets, teach them a musical instrument.
Change lives.
And the Masikule Community Orchestra now, they sit next to their mentor and they play, and they have the opportunity to play in this beautiful setting. I have a young man, Mu'ain Daniels, who will be joining us. He's physically disabled from the neck down. His dream was to sing on a stage, and he's recorded 2 singles.
Wow.
I invited him. His dream is to perform and do his song, You Don't Need Wings to Fly. I get goosebumps when I think about
I should have prefixed this whole thing. We're a cry risk. As a show, we're all a bit of a cry risk here, most of us, especially me. Yeah.
Everybody that is part of the show has put in and will put in what they can
And that's what we will
to
get
do
out,
what
yeah.
we do for these people.
I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to hear this emotion and energy reflected in the songs that you're going to see performed this morning. Charles, thank you so much for the work that you're doing. At Heroes Gala Concert is the handle to follow. We're going to keep all of the details up on how you can connect, as I said, with this movement that is shaping the lives. It's helping young people understand, yes, that we need food in the bellies. That's one element, but they understand how important they are because people take the time to make them feel that way and do something truly special. And you'll get a taste of that live here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show in just a moment. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.